step like this, which usually in tango is called a cadencia, okay, which is 1 3 1 3 1 3. Dancing is continuous, a bit monotonous, but is not as tiresome as in the case of stepping both 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. What we did now is we separated the 4 beats that we have in a bar. We separated them into 2 groups. On the one hand, we have beats 1 and 3, which are accented hard, where we change weight. We step and we change weight. On the other hand, we have beats 2 and 4, which are not accented as much as 1 and 3, where we only collect the leg, where the free leg passes the standing leg, the leg on which I support my weight. So we already have a difference between these 4 beats. 1 and 3, hard accents, where we usually step. 2 and 4, soft, or some people call them off beats, okay, where we collect. Again, not a very big problem, very intuitive exercise, very easy to achieve it. Now, assume that we do after this the following exercise. Instead of stepping 1 and 3, we're going to take a big long change of weight on 1, and then we are going to wait 2, 3, and 4 until we take the next step. Okay, that's another way in which we treat a lot of movement in tango. We only step once in a bar of 4 beats. Okay, it's going to go tam, 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 step, wait, 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 step, wait, wait, wait. And on this wait, 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 okay, 2, 3, 4, there is a certain suspension of the movement. Step, wait, 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 step, 2, 3, 4. This in Argentine tango is usually referred to as dancing on 1. Okay? Now, what we did here is we intentionally selected 1 beat on which to step, to change the weight. And we selected 3 other beats, well, to create a suspension of the movement, to put the leg in a correct position, or to maybe make a little drawing on the floor with a free leg. But if we can make the selection for the first beat, for 1, it means we can make the selection for any of the beats. We could be doing the same thing, not just stepping on 1, but stepping on 2 and waiting 3, 4, and 1, stepping on 3 and waiting 4, 1, and 2, and stepping on 4 and waiting 1, 2, and 3. Now, why should we be doing this? But remember I said earlier that in dance we say that the beats 1 and 3 draw the body, they pull the body into the step. That is to say that the body has a quasi-organic reaction towards stepping on 1 and 3. Now, this organic reaction is not the same as a natural reaction and doesn't necessarily mean that it is the good and proper reaction. What we do in dance, essentially, is we try to get some sort of mastery over our own bodies. And what we try to do is to get the body to move to the music we select, not to the music which happens to be accented, be there. But wait, okay, isn't it wrong to step on another beat which is not accented? No, not necessarily so. Actually, in most dances, if you think about serious dancing, okay, I'm using it, and I'm using the term serious loosely, like contemporary dance or ballet, okay, there's no specific requirement to move only on the hard accents. That is something that happens especially in traditional dancing, which is to say, dancing which is accompanied by a strong rhythmical section. But tango doesn't always behave like that. If we're talking about early tango, like the Carabelli orchestra that I sent to you on the chat earlier, that's one thing. If we're talking about the Darien's orchestra, yes, it's maybe similar, but the moment you start talking about orchestras such as Carlos Di Sarli, Annibal Troilo, Osvaldo Pugliese, okay, tango does not necessarily have this predictable rhythmical quality. Hence our problem when we dance it. We are looking for those strong 1-3s and they simply are not there. Which means that whenever we practice, it's wise to invest time and control in stepping on any of the 4 beats. Now, the moment you try to do that, you're gonna find a very interesting sensation in your body, which is when your ear hears 1, your body is gonna do this and try to move. And what you need to do is breathe, relax, and let the force of 1 sink into you and move on 2 or on 3 or on 4, whatever you want. Bear in mind, I'm still talking about changing weight on only 1 beat and waiting 3 other beats. You can do this exercise initially, let's say on using a metronome, okay, and then using song, okay, I'll give you a list of songs, okay, but it is important to invest 3 minutes to exploring this possibility of changing weight on a beat which you target, okay, not automatically on 1. I guarantee you that the moment you finish the exercise on 1, 2, 3, and then on 4, you'll hear the song differently. The song hasn't changed. Your perception has changed. And it's not just your musical auditive perception, it is the way in which the body reacts to the music. But the moment you try to step on 2, step on 3, step on 4 and wait on 1, again, you're going to have the body having a tendency to move before your intention says move. Okay? And the same is going to happen when you step on 4, 1 and 2. I'm going to tell you what I say to all my students whenever they feel the intention of the body to move and they're not supposed to move there. Laugh when that happens because it's funny, okay? It is a funny feeling. Your body is going to want to do this and your brain says, no, step on 2, okay? It is you trying to make peace with your body and getting together into the music and not letting involuntary movement take over. Okay? But most importantly, in these 4 beats are not these groups of 3, which are very good to exercise, and I'll list them and I'll show them to you as exercises. But the most important exercise is to get these 4 beats in 1 bar and try to step on 2 of them, and only 2 of them which come together, which are adjacent to each other, and not step on the other 2. Of course, if we have 4 bars, it means we have 1 possibility stepping on 1 and 2, another possibility stepping on 2 and 3, another possibility stepping on 3 and 4, okay, and finally the most important possibility, which is essential for tango, stepping on 4 and 1. I'm going to start with the last one. Count 1, 2, 3. When 4 comes, or actually during 3, prepare to step and step on 4, step on 1, and then wait 2 and 3. And then step again 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3. 1, pum, 2, 3. 1, pum, 2, 3. 1, pum, 2, 3. 4, 1 is that particular rhythmic quality of tango which you find a lot at the end of phrases or at the end of songs. Ram, pum. So the ability of stepping 2 steps and then waiting 2 beats, especially in the case of 4, 1 and wait 2, 3, is essential for nailing this particular rhythmical quality of tango. But all these combinations, stepping on 1 and 2 and waiting 3, 4, stepping on 2 and 3 and waiting 4 and 1, stepping on 3, 4 and waiting 1, 2, they're all important because at that moment we can say we have control over our own bodies and over the 4 beats in the bar. You see, when we practice 1, 2, 3, 3 beats together, there is kind of a logical conclusion of the combination of the step. We step 1, 2, 3, and it's finished. It feels like introduction, body, and conclusion. Okay, but when we stop, when we step only 2 beats, 1, 2, there is a suspension in the air. The preparation is in the body, inside the couple. You can't really lose focus or relax there. Okay, you step 1, 2, maintain the intention active until 1, 2 comes again. And after these exercises, you're going to feel you can step on any beat you want. But, well, maybe you can, but probably you can't, not at this moment. What is happening now is you get more control over your body. You get more control over how you breathe and how you prepare for the step, which brings us to the next subject, okay? Remember, I said at the beginning, in a bar of tango, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. But you see, if I step on 1, anyone who dances has experienced this. When you hear it, you cannot step on it anymore. The sound is long gone. So what my brain is doing when I want to step on a particular beat, my brain is actually predicting the moment where the beat will occur. In the meantime, my body is preparing to step, and then the step is supposed to arrive where the beat is. Which means we have an extra quality, extra movement, if you want, which is an internal movement of the body, which we call preparation. This preparation in couple is going to translate as communication in the couple. When we're in a couple and we step on 1, we don't really step on 1. We don't start from nothing. It doesn't go, attention, 1. It doesn't go like that. It goes 1, 2, 3, preparation, 1. Preparation is what will deliver the precision of the change of weight on beat 1. This preparation is an internal movement of the body, and in lesson 2 and lesson 3, we're going to be talking about how this happens in the body, what particular internal movements we do in order to create a preparation. For the moment, we're talking about music. What I'm trying to say here is that if I only count 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, in these 4 beats, at no time am I allowing time for preparation. We count music because it is convenient to us. We count pulses because it's a convention, it's convenient, and it helps us orient ourselves in the music. But we need to remember that music is not formed out of dots, places. It's formed of durations. One is not a point, it's an interval. It's a space. And in this space, I need to create the preparation and then deliver the step. A lot of dancers, and this is what I would like to encourage you to do, okay? Instead of counting merely 1, 2, 3, 4, count and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. What is happening here is that musicians and dancers, especially dancers, include a subdivision between these beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this subdivision, vocally, they symbolize it, they mark it with the word and. Okay? It's funny in Spanish because we say un y dos y tres y cuatro. Okay? E is very short, and is not so short, but I think E is nice and sharp. And this and E, okay, is the moment where the preparation happens. Now, if you try to do the exercises with E from the very beginning, you're going to feel a certain type of impatience, almost an anxiety in the body, because you're counting really fast. You go like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And you focus so much on this speed that you forget that you're only supposed to move on 1, 2, 3, 4, and represents preparation. However, if you follow the sequence of exercises which we discussed, and which you're going to have on your exercise sheet, and you apply this kind of counting now after you manage to step 2 steps legato and then wait 2 more steps, you're going to literally feel in your body that you have a space to prepare before 1 or before 2 or before 3 or before 4. Very important note. Counting and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and does not mean we will be dancing faster. We will be dancing the same speed, the same tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. This hand moves at the same speed, and 1 and 2 and 2 and 4. Okay? This doesn't go and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 twice. Okay? I only mark with and the space between beats. That and subdivision is useful for our perception and is useful for our preparation of the step. In time, after practicing a lot, okay, we can start talking about dancing a little and in front of a particular beat, but that's a project, okay, for the moment. Now, the moment we start counting like this, we'll have a much better control of the beats where we step. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 1, 2, or the 2 legatos, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 1. Okay? Because this and thing will give us time to breathe, charge the bass leg, and transfer the weight. Okay? I began by telling you that all these classes have each of them have a concept, which is, I call it a dance changing concept. Okay, something that changes your perception of the dance and will improve the quality of the dance, not necessarily through a lot of sweat and hard labor, but more through being aware of what's happening. And this is the concept I would like you to leave with today. Anything you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can also count and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. This is something which happens in a lot of dances. It's not unique to the Argentinian tango. It happens in ballet all the time. Okay? And it happens because it works. Sometimes we forget the lessons in the classical dances, which are really, really helpful. Okay? And we focus on this, let's hit that beat, let's hit that accent, forgetting that the body needs a preparation and a time to recuperate after the movement. And this time is the time between the beats, which we need to find. Okay? Now, most tangos, well, all tangos, not most tangos, all tangos can be counted 1, 2, 3, 4. They can be counted at various speeds, okay, various tempos. Some tangos are faster, okay, some are slower. But all of them can be brought to this kind of subdivision perception and count, okay? And that's the concept of today's class. We need to do two things. Not merely count, but educate our body to hit particular beats which we intend to, which we target in a bar. And I would say that if we're talking about today's class, the most important exercises are stepping 1, 2, and then stepping 2, 3, and then stepping 3, 4, and then stepping 4, 1. Okay, probably these are the most important exercises. And another thing that we're trying to do is we're trying to create time, which is something we do a lot in dance. We try to create time for listening and for preparation of movement. And the way in which we create this time, we try to increase our perception and see the space between the beats. And it all starts with this ridiculously easy exercise, counting the ands between the beats, between the numbers. As I said, in the exercise sheet, which you're going to have, I'm going to list the order of the exercises, okay, and mark the beats on which we step. You're going to have, for this class, a lot of individual exercises, but okay, so you guys are listening to this in a couple, so try it in a couple. It's going to be great fun. You both need to work the music. Don't try to lead the music. That's what conductors do, okay? We're dancers, we move together to the music, okay? So you're going to have a lot of individual exercises. You can try them in a couple, but exercises are mainly individual for this first class. Starting the next class, there's going to be a lot of, how we communicate to one another. So it's going to make more sense to work in a couple, but you'll have individual exercises there as well. You'll have, as I said, tomorrow, the sequence of exercises to the music, a list of songs, and different suggestions for what you can try as musical exercises. I don't know how you guys like to practice. Maybe some people like to practice in the weekend, over the weekend. Some people practice in the morning, some people in the evening. Okay, but what I would like to suggest is that on Monday, let's start emailing and set up 15-minute, 20-minute, whatever sessions We say 15 minutes for the feedback session, but it usually lasts a lot longer. Okay, and show me what you worked and ask me questions, and you'll see it's definitely gonna be worth your while. Okay, the 10 minutes you invest in this practice will change the way in which you listen to music and in which you move your body to the music. This is pretty much what I would like, what I wanted to say tonight. Okay, if you have any questions, shoot. Okay, if you don't have any questions, okay, let's set up an appointment starting Monday, and we'll discuss it more there. Okay. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Daniel.
Okay. Bye.
Bye-bye.